Then moving on to titles I have, and I jumped on at the right time, or found a bargain. Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick Anniversary Edition. This has a Steven Wilson 5.1 remix, and we see that it's going for $175. Lowest it's sold for is $100, the highest is $175. Yikes. I think I got this thing for $40, something like that. So unfortunately for me, I do really like it. So it's not a good prospect for me to flip and make some cash. I'm just going to have to get my value out of playing it. And we see on eBay, looks like one is being offered for bidding. Yesterday it was at $94 plus shipping, so $106. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And then like prices skyrocket from there on eBay. And then recently it's gone for something less than $154. Somebody bought one for $177, $178, $180 something, $190 something. So if you don't really like Thick as a Brick and you own one of these sets and you know you want to be able to afford Abbey Road coming up soon, here you go. Here's your golden opportunity. Alright, so then going and looking through my Discogs collection list to try to kick over a few more ideas. I see Badmotorfinger there. I'm not going to go into these sets where you get more than one album because I don't really feel like that's fair. Those prices are going to be high relative to single titles pretty consistently. So let's stick with single titles. Let's do Badmotorfinger because I discussed it recently in my Chris Cornell video. See, the lowest that it's gone for is 110, highest is 155. This set does pack a lot of value. You get the lossless 5.1 of the album, and the mix is really great. You get B-sides also with a great mix in 5.1. The songs all have really cool visuals. The promo videos that kind of accompanied the album release have been synced up to the lossless 5.1. There's concerts in the set, all kinds of like DVDs and CDs to just go buck wild on. There's posters. The front of the case, if it has a good battery, like the saw blade actually spins around and it's super cool. So what I did is I found, I think, a warehouse deal on this set, so it was a little scuffed up, and I liberated the Blu-ray from it, and then I sold the rest of the DVD, CDs, the packaging and everything after I enjoyed everything. So I think I ended up with the disc for something like 20 or 30 bucks. So that's pro tip number 2. Sometimes you can liberate the surround content and there are people out there who want everything else. I recommend like very clearly marking the missing items on your listing, and I also contact the prospective buyer with a message just to make sure that they're happy. And on eBay, this thing is not going for less than $220 right now, and it has sold recently for around $105. So, you know, relative to like the Steven Wilson remix of Rush, A Farewell to Kings, sometimes the only way you get a mix is in a big box. And I would say that if you like Soundgarden whatsoever, that $105 would be worth it for this, particularly if you can stomach sending all of the other contents on to a different home. You could bring the cost down to half that or a small fraction of that. Alright, Allison, Krauss, and Union Station, new favorite. Now, another Union Station album, the live album on SACD, goes for even bigger bucks than this, but I don't have it. And I also don't recommend seeking it out because they put that concert out on DVD, and the DTS mix of that DVD sounds so good, I just recommend that. And I think I picked that up for like 15 or 20 bucks. But New Favorite is available on SACD. It's a studio album. It's gone for as low as 40. That was probably me, because I bought like a super hammered copy and just hoped against all hope that it would play, and it did. It does. My Oppo does just fine with it. And the highest that it's gone for is 177. And right now the asking prices are between 100 and 2. So I was able to pick up a hammered copy. Like, it looks like somebody took a cheese grater to it. But it does play. So sometimes that's what I do on eBay. It's going for 60 or best offer. And it's gone recently for around 50. It is beautiful. It does have an appropriate mix. It does have an appropriate mix for the music. And I do recommend it. In case I'm not able to edit that out, that's my son upstairs. Moving on. You see in the background that I was checking out Great Cold Distance 10th Anniversary. I do recommend that set. If you like the album at all, but you were disappointed with the original 5.1 mix, the second attempt at it, which I think was done by Bruce Sword, is awesome. And the surround disc also has the entire album live with an orchestra. The band's up front and the orchestra's in the surrounds. And it's pretty reasonably priced. I think it's going for around 40 or 50 bucks. But I'm looking for David Bowie live on DVD audio. And we see that it's going for around 55 right now. The lowest that it's gone for is 40. And another listing has it going for 80. And we see on Amazon that this guy wants 80. So probably not going to get any takers. I think that's been up there a while, though that has come down from around $100. And look, we see someone trying to sell the Eric Johnson album for 150. That's what I'm talking about. Stage, they're trying to get 130. Two Horizons by Marie Brennan, they want 109. And on Discogs you can go snag that for around 20 bucks right now if you want a hammered copy. And I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So we see Layla here in my collection. And even though it is a super deluxe set with CDs and pins and books and posters and a DVD, it does only come with one surround mix, so I feel it's worth covering here because you have to pay quite a lot to get just one album in surround. It is an Elliott Shiner mix though, and some people like it a whole lot better than the SACD mixed by someone else, and maybe I'll go into that in a future video. But let's go take a look. We see currently it's being offered for $225 plus shipping at best. Lowest ever, $100. Let's go check and see what I paid. I got mine for $150, and I did so firmly with the intent of sending it on to another home after I'd enjoyed it a little bit, but I do love it, so maybe I'll keep the DVD and sell the rest, or just keep the thing. Life is short, right? And taking a look over on eBay, maybe we can find a better deal. Here's one for $110. But we see that it is missing the DVD and CDs. So that's very much partial. And then let's look at like complete listings. Oh boy, 280 and up. So eBay is not your friend right now. And then sold listings, it's gone for $250 recently, quite recently. But somebody got it for as low as $156. 157, so deals are possible, but man, this one stings, even best case scenario. Maybe hopefully someday somebody will be selling the DVD on its own if they love all the other content and aren't into surround. Moving on to Billy Cobham's Spectrum. I love this disc. It's been too long since I've spun it. This was an audio fidelity release. I plan to do the Great Quad Rescue video soon, talking about companies that have saved quad masters from obscurity and from demise by putting them out on Super Audio CD. We have Audio Fidelity and Dutton Vocalion, and so this is like a good teaser for that video. Billy Cobham's Spectrum was put on SACD by Audio Fidelity. Somebody's asking $150 plus shipping. I think I snagged this for around 30 bucks. eBay, 83 bucks. Yeah, and it's sold recently for 83, so the market is healthy and robust for this one. So again, my value is in playing it and enjoying it. If I had the heart to sell it, I would, but I don't. And that is the last item that I went and sought out for your education and entertainment. I hope this has been an interesting topic. I want to hear if you liked this video, and maybe we could do another one. I had a certain methodology for deciding which titles to cover and how to go search for them. Maybe you have ideas about where you shop for your titles or how you search for them. Drop down in the comments like the crazy titles that pop to mind for you that are always consistently like super expensive and you wish you had them but you're waiting for that bargain. Or let me know like the albums that you got lucky on that are just mega expensive all the time but you found it local, or somebody thought it was a normal CD and listed it super cheap. Don't forget to like this video, help this channel out, help the YouTube algorithm consider this channel important, and to get this content out to as many of our fellow surround buddies as possible, and to help grow this hobby. Subscribe, leave comments, share the video, and check out Life in Surround on Facebook, Life in Surround on Instagram, Life in Surround on Twitter, and most importantly, enjoy your surround collections and live life in surround.